Right, so Michael, can you tell me your name and the organisation you represent and why you're here today?
Yeah, my name's Michael Smith. I work for the Healthwatch based in Leicester City. I'm a development officer there, and I wanted to come down today to understand more about what NHS Citizen was, because when I first kind of heard about it, I was curious as to whether or not it would overlap with Healthwatch and the work that we do.
Right, okay, and what have you found? Does it overlap? What's the situation?
Well, the more that I'm finding out about NHS Citizen, the more that I'm getting the sense that it's more of a supporting tool and a resource that Healthwatch can use with the information and intelligence that it captures from the community that it works with. So rather than it actually being something that's in competition or something that's kind of duplicating the work that Healthwatch is doing, there's very much NHS Citizen can support what Healthwatch is doing with the issues that it captures from the community. So I'm becoming less and less concerned about the duplication and the fact that it might be competing against each other, and more eager to try and help maybe the Healthwatch network understand that they need to start linking into this. So when it does finally come together, that we've got the best kind of interaction and the interface that we can have.
And how can NHS Citizen do better at communicating what it's about?
I think it's very much being clearer about the fact that it's not an organisation in any way, shape or form. It's actually it's a forum of sorts that is going to be available for people to kind of leave their comments or to discuss their issues. And Healthwatch has as much a role to kind of be feeding that in and also taking stuff out of the forum. So it's a way to kind of capture the pictures from different parts of the country, best practices that might be happening elsewhere that a local Healthwatch wants to lead into. And I think there's also a way that NHS England, or NHS Citizen, kind of links into Healthwatch England, and the way that local Healthwatch feeds a lot of its intelligence upwards into the Healthwatch England network.
So tell me more about how you can see the local Healthwatch is working with NHS Citizen.
Well, I think it's very much about Healthwatch locally taking an issue that it's aware of, that it's found through community engagement or community outreach, however it's found it, and kind of feeding it into the NHS Citizens discovery site. So it's saying, for example, something in my area is there's and kind of quite common things about mental health. So it's and you might have a very specific issue around kind of mental health, and maybe the access through GP surgeries, kind of making it relevant to NHS England. You put that into the discovery section of the NHS Citizen, asking maybe what people's local experience is in different parts of England. If they found a best practice that they're really proud of and want to share, or if they're actually maybe finding similar bad practice, and that then helps Healthwatch kind of understand whether or not it is a larger issue than just something they're facing in their very local area. It also then kind of helps Healthwatch to build up that evidence base that it has to be able to prove that it is a significant issue. Healthwatch shouldn't be about representing one person's problem, but NHS Citizen also offers a route to kind of maybe take something that isn't that larger issue that local Healthwatch thinks it is, and put it into the discovery site to see whether or not it then gathers momentum and then is taken up to the NHS England's board.
Brilliant. So NHS Citizen is a tool, not a organisation.
I think it's got the potential to be a fantastic resource that supports the work that Healthwatch is trying to do. And I think given the remit and the resource that Healthwatch often finds itself with, I think anything that can support it and help it do the job it's trying to do needs to be kind of grabbed with both hands. And I'd say the sooner that more Healthwatchers can be involved in the discussion, the more suitable it's going to be that resource and tool, but also try and help others understand that it's also there to link into.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.